ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing a later is better than never review set on the entire 2023 Disney Plus series Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure wave. I did pick up a bunch of these during some Black Friday sales. This is not a wave I've been really excited about, but I will admit I already opened the Kingpin. This is the one that I wanted the most. I opened that right away, pretty much. So this is an empty box right over here. Does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece, but you can see that Gamora, Talos, Nick Fury, and then Agatha Harkness was one that I really wanted also. She comes with a Build-A-Figure piece, and then we have Goliath, and then we have Yelena Belova right over there, and you can see their names along the side. And then on the back, you can see 3D render images of each of the characters along with the accessories that are included with them. Then on the side of the packaging, you get some nice images of each of the characters. You get some concept art right over there, comic art right over there, and right here as well. And we also get different logos on the top of the packaging, which is cool. So there we go. I thought that's kind of neat. All right, let's get to it and crack these things open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are all the figures out of the packaging, and we have the Hydra Stomper all built, and I've got to be honest with you guys, a fairly disappointing wave. You guys are going to know what the SUD rating is already, but there were some things, on a positive note, there were some things that surprised me about this wave. Some things I ended up liking that I didn't think I was going to like. But anyway, I want to start looking at these first by the one that I was least excited for, and then we'll move on to the one that I was most excited for last. Just looking at Warrior Gamora, and this actually looks pretty good. I think the paint on the face looks actually very impressive, and the hair too. I really like the fade, and it has that animated blockier style with the hair and everything. And remember, I'm reviewing these in the order of how excited I was to acquire the figure, not how good I think the figure is. I'll give you my figure ranking for the wave at the end of the video. The gold looks pretty good and consistent throughout. I do like the sculpted work on it. And we have the pinless double jointed elbows. I think this is just all new stuff throughout on this figure. I thought these were Captain Marvel hands at first, but they are not. They have the hinges right there. And yeah, it's a pretty good looking figure. And the back looks pretty good right here. Nice sculpt. I'm not seeing weird marbling all over the place. Maybe little hints. Oh, yep, I found some right there. Yeah, yep. You can see some of it right over there, but it's not awful. Legs look pretty good. Nice details throughout on this figure. All brand new stuff. And the ankle pivot's frustrating to work with. I'll talk about articulation later on in the video. She does have the one accessory, the bi-blade right here, as I like to call it. And the silver paint looks really good on it. And the gold looks really good as well. So yeah, can't really complain about this accessory. I do like it. Now, I was not excited for this Hydra Stomper at all, and I do want to talk about the episodes that the figures are featured in. Like the one with the Gamora, I don't remember that one too well, but this one, this Winter Soldier Steve Rogers figure, I really liked this episode. This is probably my favorite What If episode, especially because Captain Carter seemed a lot more like her own character instead of just like a redone Captain America. Now you can see marbling throughout the plastic over here. I mostly really like the paint apps on it. Now, this does have paint over it. There are parts that don't have paint on it. The parts with the paint just look better. It's not a bad looking figure at all. I really do like this figure. I am impressed by the metallic red that we're seeing throughout over here. There is some marbling in the butt. Yeah, so I'm not happy to see that, but overall, I do like the shininess of it, and you can see some brown mixed in here as well. It's just a very cool looking figure. And I liked the premise of this, being a Steve Rogers captured by enemy lines and turned into like this Winter Soldier / Iron Man type character. And I think it's very cool. I do like this version of Hydra Stomper. Very fun. So I liked Steve Rogers in it, and I really liked Captain Carter in it as well. And I love how you could tilt this at certain angles and you could see that brown show up. very, very neat. So yeah, I was not looking forward to this figure at all. I was telling myself, you got a Hydra Stomper. Why do you need another Hydra Stomper already? Anyway, if you wanted the older Hydra Stomper effects pieces ported into the jetpack over here, you can do that so that they fit in there nicely. Plus, we get a Steve Rogers head, and it looks really good. Yeah, good looking, measly, evil Steve Rogers over here. I like it. So that's very cool. It almost looks like it's drawn around his mouth. That doesn't look right. I'm just really noticing that, like, there's just too much space between the mustache and the top lip over there. That looks hella freaky. Yeah, okay. So until I noticed that, it looked fine. But what the hell? That gap between the lip and that mustache is weird. But to put this on here, I did have to heat this up. It made it a little bit easier. And there you go. It's very tight fit, but it does fit on there. And it looks pretty good. I like it. And he also comes with interchangeable hands. So you get some relaxed hands with the figure as well. Man, I really like this subtle bit of wear in the sculpt. It looks really good. Both of these hands look great. I think the whole figure just looks really cool. I was impressed by this figure. It caught me by surprise. I do like this one. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this is the Yelena Belova that we saw in the Hawkeye TV series, if I remember right. And this looks pretty cool. I wanted this one because I wanted the updated head sculpt. Here's the other one, which is from the Black Widow movie. And she's got the white suit on right here. And I wanted a more Black Widow looking Yelena. And both of these head sculpts look good. I mean, this one looks awfully fuzzy, to be honest with you. So this one looks a little bit more crisp. I do like it. I like the Chola lipstick right over here. It takes me back. You know, did you guys like that? I liked that. I thought it was very cool. It was like, I mean, everybody liked that, did they? Anyway, nice highlights over here. I think that looks really good. So yeah, I'm liking the head sculpt. It looks like we have a new torso for her as well. So we get some new parts, and I like that quilted texturing right there that we see. I think we've seen these arms before. I mean, I could have seen them just a second ago. Yeah, I did see them just a second ago. Look at that. So, and the stingers on the wrists are different. So there you go. And then the legs have been reused, I believe, and the knee pads look pretty good. Yeah, we get the pinned joints right over there. That's always a telltale of reuse. So yeah, not a lot of new over there. There's Belovas, and then you can see on the back we do get some paint right there, looking pretty good. She does come with some accessories, fisted hands, weapon holding hands, and these batons that we've seen several times before. No guns. I actually mistakenly gave her Nick Fury's gun, but yeah, would have been nice if she came with guns. So here's looking at Talos, and whoa, this head sculpt looks great. I really like it a lot. I can't remember the actor's name off the top of my head, but wow, it looks just like him, doesn't it? I thought they did a great job with this head sculpt, man. Didn't really want this figure too bad, to be honest with you. I do like my civilian figures, obviously, right? But this just wasn't one I really wanted too much because I already have a Talos figure in the collection. And I kind of wanted this because of the civilian aspect of it, and it has the interchangeable parts and everything. You can see how the neck and head are all attached as one. And I feel like we've seen this jacket before. We have the pinless joint. I think these are Jimmy Woo parts right here that we're looking at, to be honest with you. And the torso looks pretty good. I think that's new. Belt buckle looks pretty good. We've seen these hands before. And then we get these nice pinless jointed jeans right here with quite a bit of wrinkles. It looks realistic enough, you know. Could be a little bit heavy-handed for some, I would understand that. And then the boots look pretty good right over there. You get the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And then we have the interchangeable scroll parts. And that looks pretty cool. I do like this scroll head sculpt. It looks really awesome. Nice paint detail, nice sculpted lines throughout and everything. I dig it, man. Just sounds funny saying it, but it does look really good. I do like this head sculpt a lot. Nice paint applications and everything, and then the hands are green right over there. Now this Nick Fury figure I did want. I wanted to upgrade my Nick Fury. I've had this same Nick Fury on the display shelf for quite some time, and I wanted that updated realistic photo. Real tech on there. You can see some nice burgundy colored paint right there for the cat scratch, which I still think is a stupid ass idea that they went with that. Oh god, I want to throw up. It's such dumb writing. But anyway, the beard looks really good right over here. There's, no space between the upper lip and the mustache, so that looks realistic. I really like the beanie, like really nice looking beanie. It has a nice black wash over the burgundy, very realistic, but I will have him displayed without this on, and luckily you can just remove that. So yeah, that just looks a lot cooler to me. I do like that, and for the most part, the figure's pretty bland. We get some reused arms over here. He's just got the whole tube thing going on with the trench coat. So not a lot of articulation or movement with the figure at all. We get the same older, young Nick Fury body mold legs and everything. I believe these are the Nick Fury body mold legs, or these could be chameleon. No, these are the chameleon ones because you can't move the ankles up. Damn it, they went with the older ones. Yeah, and the whole peg's right there. These are chameleon feet. So, damn. But anyway, he does come with a bit of accessories right here. You get 2 guns. You get the one with the silencer right there, and then you have one without the silencer. It's not removable. And then you get 2 of these red effects pieces, which we've seen many times before. And then you get 2 of the smoky effects, which we've seen many times before as well. And then here's looking at Goliath, and I know I sound like a bag full of dumb over here, but I just thought it looked cool and I really wanted it, and I still think it looks very cool, and I'm very happy to have it, and I'm probably not going to put him on the shelf, but I like it. It looks neat to me, man, and I did like the episode where I liked the fact that Hank Pym and Bill Foster were both on the team at the same time, so I thought that was pretty neat. There's a little bit of marbling going on with the helmet, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I could see some on the back right over there. He doesn't come with any accessories, which is disappointing, and the body mold has been reused. We have some new stuff like the G right there for the belt. I like the metallic blue, though, man. It looks neat to me. I like it. I don't know. It's not super metallic, just metallic enough. You get some baby blue dots right over there. I think it looks neat. Be mad at me all you want. I still think it looks cool, you know? I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but hey, I like the figure. As dumb as this little repaint is, I think it's neat to have, and I'm happy that I have it. Just, you know, it would have been cool if he had an interchangeable head. That would have been nice, but it would have been cool if he had interchangeable hands too. There's a lot that they could have added to this, but it's a cool looking figure to me. I like it. If you guys have been following the channel, you would know that I actually picked up this figure at regular price, and all the other figures I picked up at Black Friday prices, which they are still discounted, just not as discounted as they were during the holiday season. The hair sculpt looks great on this, and I'm also been looking forward to having the figure because this is what I was hoping to get from it. When I saw the Kingpin on display at San Diego Comic-Con, I was like, oh, great, that looks awful. But anyway, this looks really good over here. I like the details. I really wish she came with some accessories, like some purple effects parts. Would have been really great to have. I like how this whole part of her outfit is translucent purple with some black mixed in there. I don't know why, but I just really like that. I think it looks cool, or maybe it's just because it's the closest thing to having any kind of effects parts with the figure, but hey, I think it's pretty neat. I really also like the black around the fingertips over here too. That's very cool. I like how it fades right over there, so that's pretty neat as well. And then I think this is that on purpose or not? I can't remember. I think it's on purpose. And then there's not a whole lot else to look at, and her articulation is pretty lame. Now there's a little bit of this metallic aqua blue right over here that I'm seeing mixed in here, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. And you can't really see much of the legs, but she just has, you know, like Doctor Strange black legs right over there underneath and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. There's looking at the back of it. Ooh, look at that booty right there. Yeah, loving that. Oh, he can't see shit, man. I'm just kidding around. You know I was joking. So I love Vincent D'Onofrio's portrayal of Kingpin wherever he's doing it. I just finished watching Echo, and I liked the Echo series, by the way. I thought it was pretty cool. Not my absolute favorite or anything, but I did enjoy it. I finished all of it. You know, that's always a good sign. I finished Secret Invasion as well. I liked Echo more than Secret Invasion, though. But yeah, this head sculpt looks fantastic. I think it looks really good. I just hate that they went with the Happy Hogan body mold. It looks way too small. It's just way too small. And, you know, I had him posed up next to Daredevil over here, and that just looks silly. They're almost the same height. We get the older arms right there with the pins and everything, and, you know, big old blocky legs. We know this body mold. I like the color choices that they went with over here. It works very well, but I just wish they didn't use this body mold. I wish they went with a new body mold. He does come with his cane right here, which looks great. I love the gold and everything, so that looks pretty cool. And he does come with a set of fisted hands right here as well. And as far as these hands, this has the vertical hinge right here, and we get a horizontal hinge right here on this side. So for articulation, we're gonna skip the articulation for all of these ones here. I mean, we have a new diaphragm joint right here. Moves as you'd think it would. No waist cut right there. Nick Fury, he's restricted like crazy. You can move that leg forward, but not this one. You know, you have the pinned double jointed elbows. So, you know, we get a hinge right there for the head joint, but really, we get just 3 new figures over here, or over anything else, you know? So, with Gamora, she's got a dumbbell joint with a hinge in there, which is cool. I do like that. And you can turn the head side to side. It does get hindered right over here with the hair. Pivots a little bit. She can look up just a tiny bit right there. No butterfly joints at the shoulders. You can only get the arms moving outward that much. She moves inward, rotates only forward that much. If you want them going all the way around, they have to flare outward like that. And we do have a bicep swivel. We have the pinless double jointed elbows. Then the wrist turns side to side and hinge up and down right here. You have the diaphragm cut. Diaphragm pivot moves forward a little bit, back more so. Hips move outward. All right, and she can kick forward and back a little bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Ankles do move down, they do move up, and she has weak ass ankle pivot. It's really hard to work with. I don't like the ankle pivot on this figure. The Agatha Harkness, this is a paperweight. Like, there's just not a lot going on as far as articulation goes. You can turn the head side to side a bit. It will angle downward due to things getting in the way. She does have a hinge at the neck, which I like. She could look down a tad and look up a little bit. The arms move outward and above the 90-degree mark. You can move them in, rotate a full 360. This whole sleeve thing is a bit weird. She has a single jointed elbow that meets at the 90-degree mark, rotates at the elbow, wrist turns side to side. They move up and down. She has a waist cut right here, turns side to side. Pivots a little bit, so it's a ball joint in there, moves forward and back only a tad. And then she has regular leg articulation in there with the pinned double jointed knees. She has ankle pivot, but you can't really use this much at all, and the ankles do move up and down. I honestly am going to have this figure just on a display stand with pretty much like the one pose, which is what I wanted the figure for, so I'm not mad about it. It's just still not a very good figure by any means, but she does look cool. The Hydra Stomper over here. Okay, so we have a ball joint right there for the head. It doesn't look down too much. You could rotate side to side, pivots a little bit, and then the shoulders will move outward that much, moves inward, rotates a full 360, bicep swivel, and then you have a single jointed elbow that does not meet the 90-degree mark. These hands all turn side to side and hinge up and down. It's like that with the open hands too. You have a diaphragm cut in here, diaphragm pivoting. Barely moves forward. This whole piece does get in the way, moves back a bit, but it will move forward and back. The articulation is there. It's just not a lot of crunching forward. Hips will move outward and kicks forward, back, upper thigh cut, and then single jointed knee that bends at less than 90 degrees, rotates at the knee. God, I like all these bolts right over there. Very cool sculpt. No ankle rotation, but it does have ankle pivot and it moves down and not really up. Now to measure out these figures, and I did try to set them up from the tallest to the shortest. You can see Agatha Harkness over here is standing at around 6 inches tall, maybe closer to 6 1/4 inches tall. And then you can see the Hydra Stomper here standing just a bit under the 8-inch mark. And then for some size comparisons, you can see we have the battle damaged armored Thanos from Marvel Legends next to our Gamora, and we have Nebula right over here from What If as well. I don't know why. I just like these two figures. I like their designs right over here. I think they look cool. Then here's the Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure next to the deluxe Hydra Stomper figure from that first What If wave. And then we have the stealth variant Captain Carter with the regular version of S.H.I.E.L.D. as she did in this episode, which again was my favorite episode. But what do you think about the height difference? Now, I know this version of the Hydra Stomper is definitely supposed to be shorter than this version, but is it supposed to be only that much taller than Captain Carter? Thought this should have been taller, closer to the shoulders around here. No? Am I totally wrong about that? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I wanted to get the Steve Rogers head on this Hydra Stomper, and you could rest it on there, and it looks ridiculous. That's hilarious. He's got a tiny little head and a weird mustache. And then here's our MCU Yelena Belova comparison. We need a Yelena Belova from the comics in action figure form, don't we? But yeah, this head is definitely larger than this one. They stand at about the same height, so I did want to see a head swap though. Oh no, yeah, that's not working out too well at all. That does not look pretty. And then here's our Talos comparison from the Ms. Marvel movie or the Captain Marvel movie, and then we have the Secret Invasion version right over there, which I actually kind of like this head sculpt more. They're not the same size though, which is really weird, but whatever. I guess he's shape-shifted over here, still kind of, right? And then for the one Nick Fury comparison, you can I think this is a Winter Soldier movie version. I can't remember off the top of my head. And this head swap looks pretty good, actually. I don't know. I think I'm kind of liking that. I may have him displayed like this. May put the original head back where it's supposed to go and leave this one on the shelf altogether. But yeah, I'm liking the new head sculpt enough that I want that displayed one way or another. And then here's Goliath next to the Ant-Man from the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie figure that this was based off of. And you can see the torso is is different. The head sculpts are different, but the legs and arms are exactly the same. Still think it looks really cool. I like it. And then here's Agatha Harkness next to our Scarlet Witch, and we have our Reborn Vision. Really wish she came with some purple effects right here, even if they were the same things as these that we've seen a million times, but in purple, that would have been nice, man. And then here's Kingpin next to the Netflix Daredevil figure, and we have Kate Bishop Hawkeye. And look how short he is. That's just extremely disappointing. I'm so bummed out. And then on top of that, I posed these two fighting each other, and I broke my $100 figure. Oh, I'm so pissed off. And I used to have an extra one of these, and I sold it. And then to rank these figures, this is just how I think of this wave. At the very bottom of the list, I'm giving it to the Yelena Belova, just because I don't think anybody watched the Hawkeye series and thought, oh, I gotta have that version of Yelena Belova in action figure form, right? So you could just get the Black Widow version. Kingpin right here, one of the worst of the wave, just very disappointing. I like the Nick Fury head sculpt, want the figure. I wanted the Agatha Harkness. Both of these are pretty much statues over here, though, or, you know, they're paperweights. They're not very posable, but you get the cool looking Goliath over here. Even though this Gamora is a what-if figure, I do like it. And then, yeah, Talos is very cool. I do like the Talos a lot. And, yeah, my number one figure from this wave is this Hydra Stomper. While I don't see myself putting him on display, I think it's a very cool figure. And then here's all 8 figures next to your average scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, I got a question. What if I wasn't a So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a pretty long one and a very late one. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the figures while editing, because that happened last time I did one of these long wave reviews. So yeah, hopefully it all came out nice and clean, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Got more reviews coming your way. And this is a disappointing set of figures over here. This one and the Totally Awesome Hulk waves are both pretty lame waves in my opinion for 2023. Hopefully we get less of that. I think we can get less of the what if or the Disney Plus waves overall. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like, do we really need an Echo figure? I liked the show, but I don't know if I need an Echo figure, right? Do you hell want an Echo figure? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, or what other Disney Plus figures would you want to see made into action figure form? I can't really think of any off the top of my head where I'm like, oh yeah, they're really gonna make that one, you know what I mean? But this wave right over here, it's alright. I'm actually really impressed by the Hydra Stomper. I just didn't expect to like it so much, but man, there's so many figures in this wave right here that nobody really needs, and it's no surprise that these went on clearance for such low prices. We gotta get another Kingpin figure made, man. We need a new Kingpin figure. And yeah, it's just an overall disappointing wave. If you can get them for cheap, I recommend picking them up. You know, I paid regular price for the Agatha Harkness. Everything else was discounted to like $7 to $13. So that's how much each of the figures cost me. But if you're picking them up now, they're going to cost closer to $15 to $20, which is still cheaper than your average Marvel Legend nowadays. So at around that price point, I mean, you guys knew the rating right from the beginning. So I'm going to give this Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure Wave a SUD rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. Like, for real. I do read my comments. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. We got a live stream tomorrow with Century Productions talking about photography tips. So come through on Hella Sick Figs. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face, a sip more shot. Your face, a sip more shot. Your face.